What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. Well, we're gonna go over this backpack sprayer. We've talked about it the last two videos. We did a big shout out and thank you to GCI Turf for providing this channel, myself, with this backpack sprayer free of charge. They're super great people. We're gonna continue to promote GCI Turf. What an awesome group of people. Last video we unboxed it. If you're considering a backpack sprayer, if you have an uncle, a brother, a husband, a wife that is considering a backpack sprayer this Christmas season, this is the Typhoon 2.5 by Flowzone. It is available at gciturfacademy.com. Don't quote me on that. Google GCI Turf, it'll pop up. And it is available there with Pete's special nozzles, also without the nozzles for a cheaper price, so go check that out. Today I'm going to give you an overview of what I did off camera, kind of show you the finished product, if you will. We are not going to review nozzles. The nozzles I'm going to be using to calibrate this thing today will be the ones that Pete gave, so we're not going to review those at GCI Turf's request. We're going to honor them, respect them, and what Pete had asked of me offline. So that is the reason why we won't go into nozzles. But as we mentioned in the unboxing, you do get Flowzone nozzles with this, so whether you buy the GCI nozzles or without the GCI nozzles, you will get nozzles to spray this pump sprayer with, so don't fret about that. So without further ado, without blabbing and carrying on, thank you so much. Check out Twitter. I announced last video, I am on Twitter at Mr. Ferguson Lawn. If you're interested, if you want to send photos of your lawn, say, hey, Mr. Ferguson, look at my GCI Turf lawn, look at my Jonathan Green Solar Green, then it gives me an opportunity to see your lawn. So you can hit me up at Mr. Ferguson Lawn if you would like to do that. So last video, as I mentioned, we unboxed this thing, showed everything on the inside, and so I want to show you the completed product here as it's put together. So the straps up top, we wanted to go through this top loop, so to connect it here to the sprayer itself, and then at the bottom you can see where the rings connect right there to the bottom of the sprayer on each side, similar to the Strom right here. We talked about the pressure setting. We're going to play with that a little bit, but besides that, this is what it looks like put together. I don't even have the battery in yet. You know what? We're going to have to do this off camera. I have to edit this in. I need to mark my my gallons here. Last time on the video you couldn't even see it, but you can barely see 4 gallons, 3 gallons, 2 gallons of one way down there at the bottom. I like to highlight that with Sharpie so I can read it. When I'm in the sun, it's darker. But that's what it looks like with the pads completely put on there. I've even still got the strainer in there. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to just put water in here. I was just watching Pete's video. Again, if you buy this backpack sprayer from GCI Turf, specifically, Pete will send you a link to an offline YouTube video, and he will discuss the nozzles if you purchase that. He tells you exactly the breakdown of those, but he also gets into how to calibrate your sprayer to kind of know, you know, what you're going to get, and tell your equipment how much you want to put down. As he mentions in the video, he said I could fill this up with product, 4-gallon backpack sprayer, and I could, you know, spread this over an acre if I want to, if I run fast enough. But we want to calibrate this, and one method, the easiest method, is fill it up with water. We're going to spray the lawn. He said start at point A, spray as much as you can with the same pace, the same pressure, you know, the same speed as best you can, and see how far in your lawn you can get with 4 gallons of spray. Now, we've had a Strom for several years, so I'm just going to do what I did with my Strom with this bad boy with the full battery. And remember, there's something else that to keep in mind. A battery can make a huge difference in how much you're pushing out. As I mentioned last time, and with my Strom, my battery, I was barely able to push out product into my lawn with my Strom, and because of that, I feel like maybe, you know, eventually I had to come back and spread some of the extra. If I ever move too fast or walk too fast and I end up with product because I end over here somewhere, if I finish over here with product still in the backpack, I'll empty that in the lawn over here. I can't recall if I did or not, but that's what we're going to test today. I'm going to spray as normal without a trim pass. I'm just going to do a regular spray with one nozzle, and I'm going to walk with water across the lawn and measure, okay, can I get all 4 gallons equally upon my lawn. You know, how fast do I have to walk? What's the pressure setting? That's going to be the biggest challenge for me, coming from a 4-gallon backpack sprayer that was not a flow zone, it was a Strom, is we now have adjusting of the pressure. So I'm going to start and take Pete's recommendation on the nozzle video with the one that I'm going to choose from GCI Turf. It's going to be a higher pressure setting. The highest setting is what he said. So I'm going to be putting it on number 5. I'm going to fill this up with water. We're going to walk it and we're going to see, you know, is that the proper pace, or do I need to pick up my pace or lower my pace? So I'll give you a little bit of footage of me walking with this backpack sprayer, spraying it for the very first time. All right, first thing we're going to do is put the battery in. It is fully charged. Let's lock this bad boy in. Wow. Okay, so I guess there's no on or off switch unless 0 is off. So first thing, let me turn that. Okay, so that's good to know. So immediately, if you put it on 5, it is go time. There's no on or off button, which I'm used to. Off, pressure 1, or low setting, high setting on the Strom. I like that. This, it looks like as soon as you turn it on any pressure setting, that's the on button. We're just gonna fill this bad boy up. 4 gallons of water. All right, so we're actually just above 4 gallons. So I actually went a little bit higher, and it looks like this thing can hold almost like maybe 4.5 gallons. And I'm covering, remember, I've got roughly 8,500 square feet here on my property of grass. We're talking about 4 gallons. On the Strom, Pete told me, hey, you know, the Strom is able to put out twice. Every gallon is actually 2 gallons. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8 with his nozzles. With the Strom nozzles, it's not pumping out that much. It was 4 gallons. So there's a difference there. So when you're like, Mr. Ferguson, 4 gallons, 8,500, you're stretching that way too thin. You're not putting down the proper coverage. I'm going by what my man Pete said. So leave comments below if you got this. Let me know that that's correct, but that's what I understood from the Strom. Is that the case for this 4 gallon? We're about to find out. I'm about to find out. So if you're already typing, you may want to wait and see what I conclude with when I do this spray. I'm using one of the Pete nozzles, which is one of the higher spray patterns. Roughly, it goes 12 feet. Roughly 10 to 12 feet wide. That is a wide pattern. So there's not going to be a lot of back and forth in the front yard. It's just going to be a couple passes here and there. We're going to see the coverage here in a second, but I'll show you a little bit from a distance of, again, we want to respect Pete and the nozzles. I'm not going to show you the nozzles and how they, you know, construct and all that good stuff. I'll show you a little bit of a clips as I walk, and we're going to spray this 4 gallons as if I have some Humic 12 or some urea in here, and let's just see what happens. But before that, I definitely have to mark on here oh man, that's heavy. And I've got to mark on here the gallons, because that's really going to bug me. All right, so now you see it this way. Voila, there we go. So now we got it to where I can actually read how much fluid is in my backpack sprayer. All right, guys, so I'll tell you, it's definitely more comfortable than the Strom. My goodness, it feels really, really good. It feels so much better than the Strom. And I feel like I got a lot of support on this Typhoon, man. It feels really good. So again, I'm just going to spray this like I normally would. We've just got water, so I don't have any gloves, so don't freak out. I'm just going to spray this with this wide pattern, and let's see if it sprays pretty much just like my Strom or not. So let's do the deed. All right, ladies and gents, so I do hear water in there, but it is, actually, let me open it up and I'll visually tell you. We got done spraying. Okay, so maybe this much over the top of the filter. So there is a little bit left up, which means I went just a hair too fast. I could have slowed down just a little bit. I would rather, you know, when you're walking, you know, with a backpack sprayer, you get that sense of, oh crap, what if I run out? You know, I'm doing fertilizer. I don't want to go too slow, because if I run out, oh crap, I've got to mix up a whole nother tank to spread on the last section that I missed. So I'd rather have this much left over than be short this much. So calibration complete, exactly like my Strom. Number one, with the peat nozzles, oh my goodness, if you buy this Typhoon, get the peat nozzles. It's worth the extra money that he may charge on the website. I don't know when you're watching this video, but check out GCI Turf Academy. Go to DIY Spray Equipment. You'll see the nozzle buddies. It is worth it. I'm using one of Pete's nozzles, and man, the guy's a genius. He makes it so much easier. The Strom nozzles, I bought Pete's nozzles for the Strom. If you're considering the Strom sprayer, Pete's nozzles, oh my gosh, that was already easy. The nozzles for this is just as easy, if not easier now. The other correction I'll make is once I put water in and I turned it on, it did, whoop, it had to cycle the water. So I apologize if I said it runs, you know, nonstop. That's because I had no water in it, duh. So with water in it, it was fine. Sprayed real well. Again, I'm using one of Pete's nozzles that does a wider spray, so I had to take less passes. With water, I did the same pace I typically do with my Strom, and just like my Strom, I ended up with just a little extra. So definitely sprayed great, just as good quality as the Strom. Again, I've only used it, that's the first spray I've ever done, if I haven't mentioned that, with this backpack sprayer. So awesome. Sprayed well. Yeah, so now to me, I'm calibrated for me. So here's my advice. I always say this on my channel about all my videos. I show you guys what I do here in my lawn, and whether you agree or not agree, like, well, that guy's a moron, I'm not going to listen to him, I'm going to listen to these guys. That's totally fine. I'll simply show you guys everything I do here on the channel, whether you agree with it or not, whether you're like, I'm going to do that or I'm never going to do that. I show you what I do, and I show you the results. I like the way my lawn looks. I feel confident that I could go right now with this sprayer and throw in some potassium, throw in some urea, and spray this and do an equal coverage on my lawn just like I could with my Strom, and get outstanding results. Actually, I feel like it could even be darker, being that the last time I sprayed urea, my pump sprayer wasn't doing it right, but we got it all out because it was already mixed. I feel like I could do a little bit more urea, to be honest with you, but I'm not going to go there. So anyways, mission accomplished, mission complete. If you're looking for, now Pete said this in his video, and I'll reiterate what he said. Again, if you buy this, you'll get this same video. He'll email it to you. That was one way to do it. Fill it up with 4 gallons, walk your property, see how far you get, and mark, okay, how long did that take me? How far did I get? And measure it. I know since I had a little bit left over, I have roughly 8,500 square feet. The way I was pacing it out, I could slow down just a hair with this wide nozzle and let it soak in and get more product in more square footage than I was. You get that clock though, oh my gosh, I don't want to run out. And towards the end now, when I'm on the hill, you know, you're getting to the lower part of the liquid, you're gonna get that where the pump's gonna try to pull, and the product's on a hill. You're on a hill with your backpack sprayer, and there's no product there until you level back out, and then it begins to suck product again. So that kind of can mess with you, like, oh crap, I've got to walk faster. And so I know that, and I've got to just learn to keep my pace down. So that's what I learned through calibrating this for me. Again, on a lower setting with another nozzle, I'll need to do the same thing when I'm doing my trim pass, but I feel confident by doing exactly what Pete told me to do that this is very similar to my Strom. But if you're getting a backpack sprayer and you've never had a 4-gallon backpack sprayer, you need to watch that video that you'll receive. I'm good as far as me and calculating this. This doesn't mean this is the way to work best for you, especially if you have a bigger piece of property. So wanted to calibrate that and show you guys what I'm doing according to what Pete wanted to. This is one of those videos releasing, of course, while I'm on Thanksgiving break as well. So that's the last we'll do with the backpack sprayer. I know we've done 3 videos in a row talking about this bad boy. I'm just so thrilled to be able to use this thing again. Shout out to Pete Denny. Go, if you got some holiday shopping, go over there to gciservices.com or gciturfacademy.com. Check out all the content, the swag, the t-shirts, the hats. I don't get anything for that, but they're just an awesome company. Show them some love, and and just show them some love over there at their channel for the love they show to the world for the Lord Jesus Christ. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Mission accomplished. Next time, maybe we'll actually put something in here to apply to the lawn. Check out the other videos and the content to see, hey, if you're new to the channel, go back and watch what we did planting the triple threat, planting doing the dithiopyr pre-emergent here in the backyard, and check out the other videos we've done this beginning of this. I consider this the beginning of the season. We're taking a break for winter and we pick it back up into spring. The next big application being we have this bad boy. So we're going to be putting down our prodiamine in the beginning of next year to stop the crabgrass. We've been very successful with prodiamine here in my lawn in North Carolina, and so that's the next big thing we'll do. But thank you for tuning in for this one today. Hope you guys have a fantastic day today, and we'll see you next time on another lawn care video. God bless.